Tide Buzz, a look at key matchups, factors for Alabama-Mississippi State. If 4 more wins, Alabama will be SEC champions and in the college football playoff for a third straight year. This is one of just 2 remaining regular season games against an FBS opponent. All that's left on the regular season schedule for the Tide is this game against Mississippi State and games against Chattanooga and Auburn. 3 things to look for. 1 quarterback running. Both quarterbacks in this game are dual-threat players. Mississippi State's Nick Fitzgerald has run for 100-plus yards each of the last 3 games, including 182 yards and 2 touchdowns during the Bulldogs' win over then-no-4 Texas A&M last week. Alabama's Jalen Hurts has run for an average of 113 yards during the Tide's last 3 games. He ran for 114 yards in a score in helping Alabama beat LSU last week. Hurts is tied for first in the SEC with 10 rushing touchdowns. Fitzgerald is tied for 5th with 8. To Alabama's offensive line, right guard Alphonse Taylor hasn't played since suffering a concussion against Arkansas October 8 and wasn't present during any of the media practice viewing periods this week. In addition, Lester Cotton, who has been starting at right guard with Taylor out, has seemingly been limited during portions of practice open to the media this week. Backups Joshua Casher and Corin Curvin both got reps as the first-team right guard during media viewing periods this week. It's unclear whether Cotton will be available to play against Mississippi State. 3. A potential hangover from the win over LSU. Last week, Alabama got a big, emotional win over one of its biggest rivals, LSU, in Baton Rouge. Now, the Tide is facing a Mississippi State team that's just 4-5 and has lost to teams like South Alabama, BYU, and Kentucky. Will Alabama players have the same energy as they had against LSU? And did Tide players prepare as hard for this game as they prepared for LSU? We'll get a F. Alabama passing game versus Mississippi State pass defense. Alabama wants to see improvement from Hurts throwing-wise and has been working behind the scenes to help make him a better passer and a better all-around quarterback. This could be a potential breakout game for Hurts throwing-wise. Coach Nick Saban said Hurts has had a really good week of practice, and Hurts will be facing a defense ranked 104th nationally in pass defense. 21. Mississippi State has allowed 21 passing touchdowns. Only 11 teams nationally have allowed more. Mississippi State player to watch, Nick Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is throwing for an average of 189 yards per game and has run for 839 yards and 8 scores. The 839 rushing yards rank is 5th most in the SEC. Fitzgerald has more than twice as many rushing yards as anyone else on the Bulldogs.